Okay, bit of fun. Data devils. We're going to be having a bit of fun around data. We have unemployment claims today at 8:30 in just over 10 minutes. We have gold is a really good player around this. So again, I'm testing this. I did this last week as well. So I've got two automated strategy builders running. I've got the VWAP Predator on the 45-second Hikanashi. I've also got the 45-second Hikanashi running on the roller coaster live as well. So I'm just going to see how these executions, orders, buffers, and everything else goes. So turn quite a few of the filters off. Just activated these now. Really looking for those data reactions, big moves. But one of the biggest things for me is, while I'm having these fun sessions, is to just testing the integrity in those sort of high volatile times with all the executions, orders, and everything else. There is quite a bit of resistance up above here. This is just 45-second. This is the native time zone here. So there is a bit of resistance up there, but we'll see what happens when we get that data reaction. We just don't know what's going to happen. Okay. Okay, so just while we're waiting, they are live. I want to update you on. So Confluence strategy is very strong with me. Again, a lot of our traders are starting to learn this. We use lots of different indicators, but we've got 3 massive trades on from overnight on 3 different cryptos with this. Again, we're doing a lot of work on AI, finding these combinations. So, for example, Ethereum, we've got the 22-minute on roller coaster. We've got 10-minute on the xBrat algo. We've got 3-minute on the VWAP Predator, 5 minutes on the bi-step heat map. The idea is these come in line with the move. So the last sort of confluence that we get is with the VWAP Predator, and this was the move up here. I mean, this is a reasonably big move here. We're at around about 7.5, so 8%. Then we've got SUI as well, similar sort of move here, probably slightly earlier into this trade, but again, and then Link as well doing the same thing. So really strong confluence on these trades here. And the way we do this is this is 12-14, okay, 3, but this works extremely well. We've had very good success with this setup. Obviously, we may change this once a week, but this is a really strong trade, and it's still going. This is where this is where they managed to stop here. Confluence works. So we first get this green. In fact, let me just go big on this chart. We get the green from the roller coaster. Okay, then the next one is a roller coaster trigger. This next here. Then the purple is the xBrat algo. And then the last to give us that confluence, that strength and confidence in directional flow, is the VWAP Predator in that yellow line. So this is our entry here. And then we can see trading stops, breaks through the entry, and this is where we're running at now. So very strong with Link, SUI, and Ethereum. Today, these are the 3 out of the 10 that are running very strong. The others, I mean, I think Litecoin did have a trade, but it wasn't. It just got tipped out at this point here, so it was a winner. But that's the only 4 running at the moment. Okay. Give me a shout out in the chat wherever you are in the world, whether it's on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, or Twitch. Just use the chat wherever you're watching this live stream and say hi and what part of the world you are coming from. How long we got for till data? We've got 6 minutes left until data. So I'm looking at gold as well on my trading buddy here, and we can see gold is actually pushing into a big confluence. So this is a 60-minute zone, 15 and a 30. So it's got a hell of a lot of work to do here. The likely scenario is there's less resistance depending on the data. It'll either push through there and have some good fresh air there, or we will have a reaction with the US dollar, and then that correlation will give us a move down with gold. Right now, I think I prefer shorts than anything else. That's what the trading buddy is telling me. We're literally very neutral on those correlations as well, and that's normal into big data. Nobody really wants to press the button on anything really quickly. Okay, just move that to there. You don't see the logos on these because I'm running the source code versions, because whenever I get any slight updates, I'm testing those. I also test on new versions of NinjaTrader, that sort of thing. Ooh, excuse me, I was up early this morning, 5 a.m. It's now where I am, nearly 4:30 p.m. in Dubai. This is my last half an hour of the day, if you like. So we're just under 4 minutes left until data. Usually goes pretty flat at this point. Remember, on that 10-minute time frame I showed you on the trading buddy, there is a lot of resistance up above on the 60, 30 and the 15-minute. You just got to wait. I'm going to start, by the way, guys, I'm going to start a new series of technical analysis in 2 minutes. I managed to do it today on 2 stocks in the stocks Predator, which was pretty cool. So I'm going to try and do that. Hey, Richard, how you doing? Let's see what, I mean, sometimes we don't, I mean, most of the time we do get a decent reaction when we have unemployment claims. However, there's always a possibility of a neutral reaction if things are normal. Yes, good, Richard. Actually played golf this morning. The good thing about living in the Middle East is you can actually get up early, go and play golf, get back ready for the London Open, and your day's still there. So I'm a bit tired, though, I must admit, because it's quite hot. Okay, what we got here? We've got less than 2 minutes. So roller coaster, what we look for is these moves here. These red lines that are printed are trailing stops. So if we do get any trades today, if we get into profit and the trailing stops printed, you'll see the trailing stop move automatically. Yeah. And then I do the London Open, do some development work with the developers on the new project, then a bit of trading pre-market, making a few videos as well today. And then I've got one more meeting when I finish this. So yeah, full day, always. Sleep when you die. How's the weather in the UK? 40 seconds to go. Sometimes it goes like a blur, especially on a fast time frame like 45 seconds. Obviously, every candle's 45 seconds. So sometimes it prints that fast, a chart can't catch up, but the algorithm will trade. Oh, that's good. Sunny UK. I mean, to be honest, all my kids have said it's been fantastic weather so far. Maybe the summer's come early. Okay, so we've just had data come out. No massive reaction right now. If we do get a short on the roller coaster, it won't take it because there's not enough risk to reward down to that support. That's good. As long as the sun is out, you can feel it on your face, you feel good. So the data was a pretty non-event. Okay, so it must have been as expected. There was no big misses either way. But we'll see. It might get the momentum to the downside. We'll give it 15 minutes or so. You've got to be there. You've got to be in it to win it. You know, you can't look right, get a crystal ball and say, oh, today's not the day, or today's the day. You just got to be there, be aware when that data is. And for me, it's really easy because I use the xBrat trading buddy to help me identify when those are, because it tells me on the chart. This is the Ninja Trader version, if I can pull it on the screen properly. So you know, I knew unemployment claims were coming. It's a big flag on the chart. There was, you know, UK data, there was European data, which actually helped push this through this big sort of support and resistance there. So that's all there. I mean, the correlations are pretty crap on the indexes, so there's not a great deal of behavior going off right now. You know, there was no massive reactions. I'm neutral copper and gold. I'm neutral oil and gold. A slightly negative correlation, which it should be with ES and gold. But the problem is we've got this total neutrality here on those four indexes. So nothing's moving. So 288k actual versus 231 was forecasted. It was better than expected, but no reaction here. Thanks, Richard. Yeah, well, if that's on the news cycle, the trade agreement with Trump, Richard, then maybe traders are waiting. Doesn't want to turn down, and to be honest, I'm not surprised it wants to go down, because remember on that 60-minute time frame, you know, that's a big resistance there. But it's not just the 60. There's 15 and 30 hanging in there. So it's a big confluence zone. very difficult once it's pushed down through to actually push back up. Gravity is better. when you're working against gravity is much more difficult. Coming down, catalyst of European data, how pushed through that big support and resistance zone. So it's no surprise it wants to push down. It's just whether we'll get enough volume to actually do that. We can't look for trades that aren't there. A good thing with algorithms is you basically program it with reasons not to trade. And if you can't find those reasons and all the criteria met, it will take the trade. Whereas human beings tend to find things that aren't there. Okay. One of the biggest things that traders do they look for things just to make them feel good or to make the trade look good. But in reality, if you've got a very, very strong set of rules, like an algorithm has a set of rules. It can't think. It's no emotion. It follows those gates, goes through the gates, gets stopped by the gates, and that's it. But a human trader will always look for reasons to trade. That's the wrong. You should have a set of rules, reasons not to trade. If those reasons are met, then you don't trade. If everything is aligned, then take the trade. And that's signal, confirmation, fresh air. So there was a signal on the roller coaster here, but you'll see it wouldn't have taken it because it doesn't short into support here. Okay. If this support zone wasn't here, it would have taken the trade, but this is a support zone. And one of those reasons not to take this trade, the algorithm understands the support there. Do not put the order on. Okay. If it breaks through, that's fine. But 9 times out of 10, it won't break through. So you've got to have a set of rules and you've got to stick to them. Just because it gets broken through doesn't mean that rule's a load of crap. That rule is there for a reason. You don't short into support. You wait for it to break through and look for other trading opportunities. And you don't go long into resistance. Has anybody else hopped over from the Discord group live here? Just let me know in the chat. Doesn't matter where you're watching it. Just let me know in the chat. In fact, let me share the Discord group on here because we're building now. We're over 500 members. We did have one with thousands of members. There was loads of spammers. So now we've got some great moderators in there. We've got some different technology and we're building it again and getting rid of these bloody spammers there. But it's good to have that community. Let's see if I can share that. Invite people. Oh no, we don't want to send them to the verification. We want to send them to let's put that in the chat there. You see, if you follow signals blindly, that would have been a loss. But the algorithm has a rule. Don't short into support. And this is what happened. It took the stop out. As a human trader, you would convince yourself that it's just hit the 60-minute time zone, resistance zone. It's got to go short. I've got a signal. It didn't break it. The rules for that, that's the stop loss for that particular trade setup. That's the entry. It didn't take it. Hey, Phil, how you doing? How's the weather in Spain? We've had pretty zero reaction to data today, so we're not. It's not a great deal of fun. It's the way it goes. I can't call somebody up, or I can't call Mr. Trump up and say, just say this so we can get some volatility. It doesn't work like that. He blocked my number. Congested with a lot of sort of resistance up above. Brilliant. Yeah. We had a cool day here in Dubai today because we had a sandstorm yesterday. So it whipped up a lot of sand. That's died down, but the wind is still here, but it's a cool breeze for a change. So we lost the humidity for a couple of days, which is not a bad thing. Pushing higher now. Let's check on those super cool trades on crypto. Still going. Link, Ethereum, still going. And the other one was Sui, still going. Phenomenal. Really fantastic confluence trades there. They're the only 3 out of the 10 that are still going. Don't think there's been any signals on any of the others. XRP had a little move here, was a little winner, didn't run. Solana, we didn't get confluence. You see here at 21.30, we got the roller coaster. We got no confluence for the xBrat algo, so we didn't take it. That's the rules. Okay. There was no confluence on IP. There was confluence on Doge, but the xBrat algo came too late on. So we have a rule of how many hours after that initial anchor signal comes, and that was just too late. Okay. But we only want to take the ones that meet the rules, because these are the ones, this one, and this one are all running. They're all making a lot of money. Technology, Richard. As you know, technology is useful for trading because there's no human interaction. We have a set of rules for confluence. If those are met within a certain amount of time, and we've got the combination of the different strategies right, it's very, very strong. I think gold's going to be a bit boring today. Usually we need a catalyst like that data. There's no more data today. It's pushing up into that big 60-minute zone that we talked about earlier. I don't think there's any trading opportunities. We'll hang around for 5 more minutes, but I'm not going to hang around and talk rubbish. It's, it is what it is. Let's see if we get anything, but if we don't, we don't. Just got a spammer in there, got rid of him. They're everywhere. Why can't people work hard, earn a living, instead of trying to spam all the time? 99% of people I meet work hard, want to learn, and make a difference. And then there's the spammers. If you spent the energy that you do in the spamming and all the stuff you put together in technology to actually make money legitimately, you'd be very successful. Just unreal. So my range breakouts aren't trading today. They don't trade on a Thursday. They do trade on a Friday. So there's no trades from there, but they've had a profitable week as well, which are really good. So this ain't going anywhere, guys. You can't make a trade happen. You know, this is going. This is a 45-second time frame. No, Richard, hard work isn't easy, but it's not just about money. It's about fulfillment. It's about feeling that you've achieved something, and that is, you know, I'm recruiting young graduates for our new projects, our another tech startup, and I just am so amazed by their enthusiasm, their drive, their wanting to learn, you know, and that's the sort of person you need to be to achieve greatness, in my opinion. Don't be afraid of hard work. There we go. I've said it. What's occurring? Are we going to push down and break this support, or are we just going to get stuck in a rut? Copper's not moving. Oil's not doing a lot. Gold is not working for us, guys. Okay, I'm not going to hang around unless anybody's got any questions, want me to look at something, want to look at stocks predator or whatever. I did a really cool thing, as I mentioned at the beginning today. I'm trying to start a series called Technical Analysis in 2 minutes, and I managed to do 2 stocks on the stocks predator in 2 minutes. Basically went through the scans, filtered the scans, looked at the top 2 on the list, did a quick technical analysis and where I want to enter. 2 minutes. Really, really good. I enjoyed it, actually. So unless anybody's got any questions, guys, let's just see if this breaks support. So I might have spoke too early here. We've got another red arrow signal there for the roller coaster, but again, we don't want to short into support, so it's not put an order on. The VWAP Predator's not in the correct sort of path for a short at the moment. It needs to work and go quite a bit lower, break this support and get into the zone, cross the VWAP for a start. Okay, 10 a.m. is the EST is the time for the announcement on UK-US trade deal. So that, you know, traders may be waiting for that, but I'm not going to bother waiting because that's a lot later for me. I want to finish my day. I've got one meeting to do, take the dogs for a walk, have dinner with my wife, and chill out and watch a bit of Gogglebox. Doesn't seem to want to push through, guys. I'm not going to hang around. Okay. For me, on my trading buddy, it's not good trading conditions right now anyway, because we are gradually creeping towards that sort of positive correlation as we get more and more red in those indexes. But everything, look at all this. It's not great trading conditions right now. And my rule is I need all of these going in the same direction, positive. That's my first rule. And then if I'm trading gold, I need gold correlations working as well. If they're neutral, I'm not interested. That's a rule. Okay, guys, I'm going to get going. Not a lot happened, but I think it was cool to look at the crypto there with that confluence strategy. Again, look how it's bounced off that support, guys. This is automatically generated because it's tested there on numerous occasions. That's when it stayed, that's when it first came in. That's when it started printing there after that pivot, and it's been respected quite a few times here. This, we must respect support and resistance. Okay, guys, I'm going to end the stream there. I'll check in next week. Cheers, everybody.